Student friends, let us begin with or let us continue with the first topic, paper number 12, that is the fundamentals of electronic communication. In the yesterday's lecture, we started the topic and we just introduced the topic in association with the plan of the lecture, how we are going to proceed for the completion of this particular topic. As per plan, we started the topic and we have completed some of the aspects of the fundamentals which are required to undergo electronic communication, or we can say successful electronic communication or satisfactory, fruitful electronic communication. We studied the dictionary meaning of communication. Just I will repeat. It is the art, it is a skill, it is the act of passing the information, message, views, expressions, opinions from one person to the another person to make the communication fruitful and successful. We have converted this dictionary meaning of communication into understanding of electronic communication. And then we have defined the electronic communication as it is a process, it is the method by means of which one can transmit, process and receive the signal by using the electronic aspects or by using the electronic media. We have quoted the many examples here: telephone communication, telex, internet communication, mobile communication, ISDN, television communication, radio communication, radar communication, fax, paging. There are so many examples which are going to be included under the title known as the electronic communication. When we have studied the importance of electronic communication, we covered that electronic communication is playing the very vital role to carry the information from one point to the another point throughout the world, because it covers a very large distance, its speed is more. Antenna height, because of modification in the electronic communication only, height of the antenna is reduced. Not only this, because of electronic communication only, we can get the information about the volcanoes, earthquakes, natural calamities, flood situation, clouds, weather, temperature, pressure. So whatever the thing that happens throughout the world, it is going to be communicated to us only because of the electronic communication. This indicates what is the importance of electronic communication and why there is a need of electronic communication. Friends, we have extended these aspects just to study what are the elements which are involved in the electronic communication. And those elements we covered are source of signal, transmitter, channel, antenna and receiver. So these are the elements which are required as far as electronic communication is to be produced very successfully. Dear students, these are the aspects that we have covered in the last lecture. To continue with the same, let me proceed to understand the meaning of block diagram of electronic communication. by knowing which one can definitely understood the exact meaning of the electronic communication. What do you mean by that? Friends, this diagram represents the block diagram of electronic communication. That is going to make you aware how electronic communication is simple and how it is going to be utilized for our regular communication purpose. If you look to this particular block diagram, you observe that many elements which we have studied in yesterday's lecture, all those are the parts of this particular block diagram. Friends, source of the information is one of the block that is included. Then transmitter is another block. Channel is one more block. Receiver is essential block, again going to be included. At last, there is a destination. Means this indicates that how the signal travels, how the information travels from one point towards the destination. Do remember, during the traveling of this particular signal, during the propagation of this particular signal, some unwanted things which are going to happen during the path, and that is unwanted things are to be introduced, which we can call it as it is a noise. Therefore, we can't avoid noise as a part of the electronic communication, which is not essential, but it is a part of that. Knowingly, unknowingly, it is going to be added into the electronic communication system, and that's why it is represented in the block diagram. Friends, as noise is unwanted part, noise obstructs the process of communication. Noise reduces the speed of communication. Noise makes unwanted thing to reach to the destination, but we can't avoid that. We are trying to minimize it. For example, when we start our journey from our house by keeping some particular aim to reach to the particular place, but we are totally unknown that who is going to come in our path on the road. Maybe some of your friends are there, maybe some enemies are there. All these are unwanted things. May some going to happen a kind of an accidental aspects when you are traveling. Maybe some crowd is coming. Maybe weather is going to be disturbing. All such things are unwanted when you start traveling your journey from your house to reach particular destination. All these are called as the noise. Similar thing it is true as far as in the electronic communication, when the signal travels from transmitter to the receiver within a path, some unwanted things are going to be introduced. Those are totally to be avoided, as we are going to be avoiding during the path of our travel. By avoiding that only, a successful achievement of destination, it is possible. Same is true in case of carrying the information in a high frequency range from transmitter towards the receiver, even up to the destination. Dear students, just we have discussed what are the blocks which are involved in this particular block diagram of electronic communication. The basic function of this particular electronic communication system is to pass a message from transmitter towards the receiver. As its basic role is to pass the message, to pass the information, it is to be produced somewhere. Means there must and should be some source of information, some source of message. This message may be in the form of word. This message may be in the form of symbol. This message may be in the form of audio. This message may be in the form of video. This message may be in the form of picture. All these are going to be generated from a particular source. And it is to be conveyed at the destination place. All those are called as the information. Once it is derived from the source, it is going to be converted into the information. The predictability is less when message is moving from one place to the another place. This message may be a physical signal, and if it is a physical signal, it is going to be converted into the electrical signal by means of a suitable transducer. Hence we can say the signal is processed. Means the physical signal by using a suitable transducer is converted into the electrical signal. The information is converted into the electrical signal. For example, let me suppose sound as acoustic sound signal. By using mic, one can convert it into electrical signal. Suppose there is information in the form of the video. By using camera, video camera, one can convert that scene, that event as a physical information into its electrical signal. That camera, that mic. Suppose temperature is a physical quantity, it is converted into electrical signal by using various temperature transducers. Maybe it is RTD, maybe it is a thermocouple. There are so many sensors, there are so many instruments, those are used to sense the physical information and get it going to be converted into the electrical signal. And that electrical signal, we can call it as it carries the information. This electrical signal proportional to the information message is processed now. It is amplified. It is modulated. The processing of the electrical signal containing the message information, it is processed in the transmitter. It is amplified in the transmitter. It is modulated in a transmitter. It is converted into high frequency signal. And this processor, the role of transmitter is totally related with the modulator. In transmitter only, the electrical signal proportional to the information is modulated and it is going to be converted into high frequency signal to achieve the more speed, to cover a large distance and to reduce the noise. At last, power level of the signal is amplified in the transmitter. Whatever I am saying now, it is called as the process that is taking place in the transmitter. So converted high frequency signal is given here to the transmitting antenna. And here the role of transmitting antenna starts, which is again an element of electronic communication system. It converts that high frequency signal into electromagnetic radiation, and those radiations will start traveling through the medium. Maybe it is through space, maybe it is through atmosphere, maybe it is through the wire, maybe it is through the cable, maybe it is through the optical fiber, maybe it is with the help of the microwaves. All those, whatever I have mentioned just till now, it is called as the channel. Means The radiations in the form of high frequency signal will start traveling through the channel now. When the signal travels to the channel, it travels through the atmosphere, it travels through the space, unwanted things are going to be get started. When it travels to the space, so many sources of high frequency noises are existing. The radiations coming from the sun, the radiations present in the atmosphere, all those are may going to be added along with the high frequency carrying information, and that is called as noise because it is unwanted signal. To reduce the effect of noise, the strength of the signal should be kept as high as it is possible. If the strength of signal is high, then noise level is automatically going to be reduced. So that's why the signal is processed in the transmitter, which helps to reduce the noise which is likely to be introduced during the traveling of the signal within the channel. Friends, by traveling through the channel, the signal reaches to the receiver. Receiver works especially on the super heterodyne principle. Wide ranges of the receivers are used in practice now. It depends upon bandwidth of the signal which is arriving. It depends upon noise figure. It depends upon noise level, whatever it is introduced. It depends upon type of modulation, and also it depends upon the type of destination. Accordingly, the receiver is going to be gets designed. And the role of the receiver is to detect the signal, to separate the wanted signal from the carrier wave by using super heterodyne principle, by using suitable detecting circuitry within it. It separates the original information from the carrier wave within the bandwidth for which the receiver is designed, and that separated signal it is given to the destination. For example, if suppose acoustic sound signal is the information at the beginning, then here that acoustic sound signal proportional to the electrical signal is separated, and then it is given to the destination, and destination here it is a speaker. Speaker converts this audio electrical power into acoustic sound signal at the output. That's fine. Same acoustic signal you are going to receive at the receiving end, or you are going to hear at the destination place. Suppose it is a video signal, then picture to be used as a destination place, so that you can view, you can watch the picture on your television screen. Dear students, if suppose the temperature is a physical signal, it is going to be recorded at the destination place, or it is going to be gets displayed on the displaying device. Friends, this is what the block diagram of electronic communication system. Friends, in further going topics, we are going to study details regarding the transmitter, regarding channel, regarding receiver, and that is the main aspect of the paper number 12. For in forthcoming topics, no doubt source of information, it is the original information, original signal. Maybe it is a temperature, pressure, force, acoustic sound signal, video signal, audio plus video signal. All these are the signal from the source. It is already available. We are getting it and then we are studying the exact meaning of transmitter. What happens in the transmitter? As we said that the processing is done in the transmitter. Means what is modulation, what is amplification, what is the power amplification. That we are going to study in forthcoming topics. We are going to study the transmitting antenna, its details in forthcoming topics. After that, we are also going to study what happens within the channel. Means how high frequency radio wave propagates from transmitter towards the receiver. What difficulties those waves likely going to face in the atmosphere, in a space. We are going to study all these aspects in forthcoming topics. We are also going to study the receiver, its principle, AM receiver, FM receiver, television receiver. All these aspects we are going to cover. Not only that, we are going to study how telephone communication that takes place. What is the transmitter there? What is the receiver there? What is its principle? What is the television communication principle? All those are aspects which are going to be included in the electronic communication. If you remember these block diagrams and its working throughout the completion of the syllabus, it becomes very easy to understand the forthcoming topics. With that particular aim, we can say the general block diagram plays the very vital role to understand the further topics. Dear students, as the name of the first topic is the fundamentals of communication, this topic is going to create a platform. This topic is going to create the base to understand the forthcoming topics in this particular paper. Dear students, we don't know what exactly happens. Whether till we have to continue with the online or whether we are going to meet in the offline in the classroom, that will be decided at the time. But till, please do remember that we are coming through, we are enjoying these particular lectures with the help of SPM app only. Again, I will repeat, these video lectures will remain on the app only for 10 days. Within 10 days only, you have to watch this video and study them. Friends, one more request for you. I am going to continue with these particular lectures even though in the holidays. Already we are late to start with your syllabus. And that's fine. I am going to continue with your syllabus even in the holidays, even in the Diwali vacation. Please do remember this and get it noted. Till and until we are going to bring our syllabus at the required level, we are going to continue with the same aspect. Dear students, please remember that our term has started on 1st August and we are starting our lectures in this particular week. So there is a tremendous gap. We have to cover this syllabus with the conducting the extra lectures. Our regular lectures are on Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Rest of the lectures you can treat it as a extra periods or extra lectures which will again put on the SPM app. You have to continue to watch it. You have got any problems, any doubts? call me on my mobile number, ask me on mail ID, or WhatsApp group is always free to ask the queries about the lectures through which we are going. Dear students, this is all about the block diagramic representation of electronic communication system. Again, by repeating that, even though tomorrow there is a holiday, we are going to put our lectures on the SPM app. With this particular note to you, let us stop here only by considering that you understood the meaning of block diagram of electronic communication.